distinguished guests, students, and friends. Good afternoon and salam inovasi. Right. I'd like to thank ICC, in particular Pon Azlin, for inviting me here to deliver this talk. And I'm honored to be standing here in this hall to be among intellectuals and learned people. I'm not sure what I can do in the next couple of hours to prevent you from falling asleep. But what I can do is to share with you my experiences that I have been through, hoping that you can get a glimpse of the hardship I went through and the lesson learned. You'll find that most of the things we discuss are not in the textbooks, right? So therefore, I hope you can pick up some points from me in this lecture. Like you, I am about to be graduate from UTM. Sounds weird, right? Yeah. Actually, there are more than one UTM. Most of you will be graduate at this university, University of Technology Malaysia UTM, while I will soon be graduate from the Universal Technology of Malaysia, also UTM. I learn from the market, I learn from the society, I learn from the world. I learn from the Universal, and Universal is my university. In today's lecture, I brought along 3 modules. On the first module, I'll talk about myself, my work, and my hopes, right? Okay, I'm also innovation advisor. I'm a consultant to a few companies. Also, I'm a guest lecturer like here today, and I'm an author and a judge for some competition. In fact, I just finished judging last 2 weeks ago. The competition is called My Innovasi. You know, I don't know whether you entered or not. So My Innovasi is for all students, undergrads and fresh grads, as well as colleges and polytechnics. So there were more than 700 or 800 ideas. And the final was 60 final, and I went to Putrajaya, and I was one of the judges. Can you guess who won? UTM won. Yay! Maybe I show you. I show you the people who won. I actually brought the photo, right? This guy won. 50,000 ringgit. Wow, that's a lot of money. Yep. So what do they invent? They invented this. They invented this machine for the for the people that got stroke, where they need to exercise their hand and also their feet. So what they have is a computer. So they got this computer game. So without realizing, the patient is actually moving their arms and legs, right? So I think they are from the mechatronic division. That's Dr. Yong, the lecturer, and now they are very rich. So they will represent Malaysia in other competition in other country, right? So hopefully you enter next year. Yeah, you get $50,000. Yeah. Okay, now I continue my lecture. So I brought a small video here, which is actually done by UTM itself. This will explain a little bit about myself. I have a very funny name. Bugs is my name. People ask me why my name is Bugs. Well, I love bugs, you see. I spread love. I'm not a computer bug, so you don't have to worry about me. I have this name called Bugs because it was given to me when I was a small boy in school. So I have this character almost like Bugs Bunny, you know, very witty. So then I got stuck with the name Bugs. Then when I go to work, so I try to use my Chinese name, Tan Yao Kiang. But most of the people, they forget me. And then when they know my name is Bugs, they keep calling me Bugs, you know. They keep calling me Bugs. So that name then sounds good. And then now I realize that it actually brings a lot of benefit to me. I'm now a
love bugs, so to speak. I spread love, so that way is good. I'm an inventor for a long time, and now I have moved on to become an innovation advisor, helping other people to put their product in the market, as well as reaching out to young children and teaching them the ropes of innovation and creativity. I also have won an award for one of the inventions that I invented for the oil platform. It's called Lightwalk Grating. And this product I have actually sold some to Petronas, one of the oil field called Sumandak. In fact, this Lightwalk Grating, I won 4 awards, So I focus on where my strength is. My strength is on the creativity and in the innovation part, how to make. So I have to listen very clearly. What is the problem statement? What is the problem statement that a user encounter or a company encounter? So you tell me your problem statement. Once I understood your problem statement, you understand your problem, I would think technically how to solve that. So that's where I focus on. Not all invention require heavy science. Even simple idea like that, you can actually make money. My personal ambition is to, if I can educate the young one, as young as possible, 7 years old, or 17 years old, or 27 years old. If I can tell them, look, about innovation, what innovation can bring for you, what can he bring for the country. So with that, when they grow up and when they go into the industry, then they can accept innovation. So it's going to be the next generation thing. Well, if you are still in school and you're about to be graduate from school, I like to give you some advice to tell you that having one big certificate that you're going to get at the end of the day, that is just a tool. That is not good enough. That's not good enough. So you have to be a lot more hardworking to be good in your field. Then, when you go out to work, whether you're working for somebody or working for yourself, you are better than your other people that you're working with. So you must always be on top of the situation that you are in. So having that big certificate that you're going to get is not good enough. So you have to innovate. You have to be curious. You have to create something, and you must understand, this is a very competitive world. So if you do not know what you're doing, well, you are going to be the pack. You cannot be the leader. So keluarkan idea yang anda ada dan cubalah, cuba commercializekan, cuba pakai atau cuba bangunkan itu untuk this business business anda dan majukan sendiri dan untuk negara.
Thank you. All right. Okay, these are my awards. As you can see, year 2000, I was the winner of the National Inventor Award from the Ministry of Science. Then in the next year, I got a silver award in Switzerland, and so forth. As you can see, nearly every year I get one award, right? And the one came in India. And by the time when I got my 10th award, award number 10, Sepuluh, from MIPO, the Malaysian Patent Office, in year 2009, I didn't realize that I have enough. When I have enough, then I went home. I got a check, I got a check. I went home, and I told my wife that I have to be mindful. I cannot be always winning award. Kalau saya menang saja, always win award, other people cannot win. Betul tak? Yeah, so I have told my wife that I will not compete in the award for what they call it, for engineering or the things that I normally do, or from the Ministry of Science or the same department. Then I will try to take competitions in other fields like CEO award or in some ICT award or some animation award, or I go overseas to try, And true enough, when I went overseas, I got from USA, from Korea, And last week I got one from Korea again, and this is quite a big one. It's called the Order of Merit. This is in recognition of all the years of contribution, all the years of awards, things that I do for the country. So I just got it last Saturday, right? So this is quite a big one. So I've got 15 awards. Well, this is berita harian, I think. Yeah. They say, ETM iktirafkan sumbangan 3 genius. Saya malu sikit lah because I'm not a genius. Yeah, but it's very nice, to be recognized by this UTM, which is the best university in the country, right? Okay, now I want to share about my life a bit, because you want to know, right? Yeah, how difficult or how easy, yeah? Okay. So, you have a question. In fact, these are the questions people ask. Mr. Bucks, what is it like to be an inventor? What do you think? Senang kah? Well, the answer is life is tough, It is so hot. It is so hot all the time, Baju pun tak nak pakai, ya. Life is very tough, Especially as an inventor, I normally work alone, So it's tough. So I'm going to tell you more, I'm going to tell you more. What do you mean by tough? Tough means there are ups and downs, ups and downs. So I've gone through what I call gain and fame, right? I've made money. At the same time, I also lost money. Because in R&D, as we make money, and then kita try new project, and some of the project fail. So I experienced the gain and loss. I also experienced praise and blame, People praise me because I want to live an honest life, I don't go and cheat. I don't do it. Instead of using the money for the project, people buy laptop. I don't do that, you see. Then people blame me, why so stupid, right? Okay, and then I have also experienced honor and disgrace. Honor because I win the award. Disgrace is because people are jealous because I'm winning all the award. Then they will create a lot of story behind my back. Oh, Mr. Bucks never win award from other people's award. He simply put his name. This kind of bad things people stir behind you because people are jealous, right? Then I have also experienced happiness because the project is successful. I have also experienced sadness because some of the project not successful. All right. So all in all, these are the 8 experiences that I had. All right. So this is how my life is, up and down, up and down. So in order how to go through this ups and downs, I live by this same, this simple principle. All right. This principle helped me to go through the ups and downs. I avoid evils. I do good deeds, and I purify my mind. Right. So these are very simple things. Very simple thing. If you can, take this message home, you avoid evil. That means kita punya, how to say, all the imagination and all that. If the thoughts are bad, you stop it yourself, right? You begin with yourself. Then you do good deeds. Good deeds, including helping your friends, straighten his view about the project that he's having. Maybe he may be sudah serong dah, so you got to correct him. Do good. So even see an old lady carrying bags, you help the lady to carry a bag. Then after some time, you think how to invent something for old ladies to carry bag. Correct or not? Yeah, so you always try to do good deeds, In a project, like what this, our Albert Einstein used to say, science without religion is blind, right? So it's very important that you have good deeds, good deeds. And the last one is purify your mind. Purify your mind in the sense that I do meditation. So in the morning when I wake up very early, like in Muslim, you go for subuh, right? So I go for meditation. I close my eyes for a few minutes. That's where I delete all my junk mail, in my mind. Just like our computer, we got a lot of junk mail, right? So in the morning, I delete from my mind all the junk mail, all the jokes and all the forget to do this, forget to do that. All those junk mail I delete. So I have a fresh mind all the time, okay? Today I'm going to discuss about one of the inventions that I have successfully put in the market so that you can understand how I take, what it takes to be good, to fight in the market, which is very competitive. So I have invented a light walk grating. As you can see over here, it's meant for walking on oil platform. So the brand that I given to it is called Light Walk, and it has got 4 major functions, better than those in the market. It's lighter, stronger, cheaper, and safer to walk on. If you got this type of features, engineers will not just close their eyes. They listen to you, right? Because I've exhibited that in the market, in the exhibition. I have a big poster, lighter by 35%, stronger by 12%. Everybody want to come and talk to me, So this is what you need, You need to be different. You need to be different from the market, right? That's why some of the ladies who are very beautiful, people get a lot of attraction, So if you're creating something, you must create something as beautiful as this, stronger, cheaper. Contractor want to buy things for you, they're looking at price. It has to be cheaper than those in the market. Okay. Now this is the different. I'm using the same material, but this is the conventional grating, as you can see. This is called the load bearing, which is made of a flat bar, 5 mm thick. Now in my case, I use 1.5 mm and I make it a hollow section. So by having it broader, and if I look at a square meter compared to square meter, I use less number of load bar. So in that sense, I am lighter, right? Then I've done tests. Of course, if you are going out to the market, no matter what you are doing, there's always an industrial test. So in my case, the industrial test is this test called British Standard. I didn't write here, but I have to run 2 tests. The first test is 1 kilonewton, concentrated load test. The specifications say I should not deflect more than 4 mm, and my result is only 0.63. So I can take a lot of weight, you know. This is what the engineer want. If they want to try something new, would they willing to do it? They won't, unless you got a report by SIRIM like that. And then they're willing, and yours must be a lot better. The second test I did was I put more load, but this time uniform distributed. Again, you know, the spec says I should not deflect more than 4 mm, and my result is 1.54. So with this, I can go into the market, right? So whatever you're doing, I'm not sure what you're doing, but there is always an industrial standard. Whether it's for car, whether it's for air broadcasting, whether it's for stationery, or whether it's for medicine, there's always a body taking care of the safety part of it, all right? So this is for the oil and gas. This is the weight analysis. Now I got to prove to people that I'm lighter. So what I did was, these are the 4 models used by a brand. This is Workforce, a well-known brand in the market. This company, Workforce, they only got one product, a grating. They've got about 70 years experience. They've got about 8 factories around the world. Their turnover is 1.5 billion ringgit, just one product. Right? So it's a good brand to make as a benchmark. And this is the brand that I have. So in the oil and gas, they have a lot of models. But in oil and gas, these are the 4 models they use. So I compare apple to apple. As you can see here, 1 meter square is 33 kg. And a light work is 22.3 kg. I'm lighter by 33 and 35%. You got it? So I have the scientific proof, you know, to tell people that I'm lighter and it's proven, right? And of course, same thing also, but I did on a weight analysis. So I always benchmark on the well-known brand like Workforce. I put on a 1.3 meter span to get a 5 mm deflection. I got to apply 5 kilopascal. That is a force to get that kind of deflection. So on a light work on the same span, to get a 5 mm deflection, I have to apply more force, meaning I'm stronger by 12%. You got it? So there must always be scientific proof to tell whatever you're selling, whether it's medicine or whether you are selling an animation, there must be always proof to say, to justify what you say, right? Now, of course, this is safer to work on. There's no industrial standard to test slippiness. But I went to Baker Hughes, which is one of the large American company of safety. They tell me 18% of the people injured because of the working surface. So, but because mine has got this round ring. Okay, can you see these round rings? So our body weight is about 80 kg or 90 kg. When we walk on it, our foot, our shoe will get the grip straight away. All right? Whereas this doesn't have the grip at all. So with this, I hope to reduce the injury. I hope to reduce the percentage of injury. So if you got strong point like that, so the owner like Petronas or Esso or Shell, they cannot just keep quiet. You know, they will listen to you. All right? So this is how I can capture the market share. Then I've also done a corrosion test, because when we design this, we got to design for the number of years. So I've designed this to last 20 years, right? Like for example, Proton Saga. When they design Proton Saga, how long Proton Saga is designed for? There's a lifespan. In fact, in human being also there's a lifespan. Anyone can guess our body is designed to live for how many years? 70. No, there are people live more than 80. Our body, you know, we are designed to live 120 years. That means if we actually discipline with the kind of food we eat and the number of hours we sleep, you should be able to live up to 120 years. But the trouble is that you always watch Manchester, right? Main bola. So that's the whole trouble. And too much teh tarik. So we live about 60, 70 years old. Okay, for this I have to design. I designed to last for 20 years. So I work in University in Malaya because it's near my place. You know? If I'm here, of course, then I work at UTM. Then I also design my own clips and so forth. So these are all the advantages, right? Then I also need to design around what other people have. This is a German company called Hilti. They have already got a start. So whatever the clips and all that. So I don't have to design everything myself, you know. So that my customer has got no worries using the things that are available in the market. And also, I also explain to the customer, if he has a contractor who has been cutting and welding and fabricating, same. The same contractor can do because there's no special tool required. Right? So you have to explain to the customer the entire story, you know. Like you want to tell people how to go to, say, from here, how to go to Kuala Brang, Terengganu. Then you must tell him, okay, you use the highway, from highway, then you used to go to Terengganu, from Terengganu, then you take a bus, you know. So this is the same thing. I got to explain to people because you are to introduce something new, right? And I also have to explain where the market. Now, when you are designing something, you cannot be designing something just because your friends say there's a market. You must make sure that you yourself know the market yourself, right? Otherwise, what's the use? Now, I want to tell you a story. A good friend of mine, he's a school teacher, you know. He's a teacher for Kemahiran Hidup. So one day he came to me, he said, Bucks, I got a nice torchlight, solar torchlight, solar torchlight. So the solar torchlight, he showed me he can use. Oh, I said, fantastic. That means there's no battery lah. Then I said, at night boleh pakai kah? He said, at night tak boleh pakai, malam tak boleh pakai. So I said, what's the use of having a torchlight, malam tak boleh pakai? So he has gone into what I call a shock sendiri idea, right? So when I invent things, I don't invent for shock sendiri, I invent for there's a market. And these are my market, right? Of course, then I have to start selling, right? These are the places I've sold to. And of course, I also got some letter of testimony. Okay, this is very important. Many years ago, Tun Dr. Mahathir and so forth, and Rafida Aziz, keep telling us to make in Malaysia. But to make in Malaysia, we cannot compete anymore. We cannot compete with Vietnam, sebab dia lagi murah. We cannot compete with China, because they're not only the orang buruh murah, the raw materials are murah, right? So what we need to do is to innovate in Malaysia, meaning we got to invent in Malaysia, so that we got a monopoly, we got an intellectual property to protect. Then we have to research in Malaysia, research by the university, tested in Malaysia, and then finally made in Malaysia. If we can have all these four, then we are called innovated in Malaysia. This is what the country needs today. We need to have things innovated in Malaysia. Not to say, I used to hear a story, you know, I have this idea. You know, it's the first in Malaysia. Being the first in Malaysia, you cannot cari makan. You must be first in the world, all right? So this is what you should be looking for. This is the way to go to compete globally. So what I did was, they told me, you know, Mr. Bucks, can you help me to do a, do a basket to be put under the speaker? So I thought that was quite an easy thing to do, because there's no electronic part, because I'm quite weak at electronic. I'm strong at mechanical. So I've got all the bevel gears at the four corners. I put a big spring. Then I have canvas and I push down and it become a basket, you know. So it's very easy. Then as the slides I go and buy from those hardware shop that sell kitchen, kitchen hardware. And it's so easy, you know. Yeah. So to me, it took me only 3 months to complete that project. So it's a very easy thing to do. But I designed this for Vios and Camry. So next time if you buy a car, then you know where the thing come from. But many people wants to buy from me, you know. Hey, Mr. Bucks, how much you want to sell and all that. But unfortunately, I'm a surrogate mother for this idea. I cannot sell because the idea doesn't belong to me. You know, because the company engaged me as a surrogate mother, so the idea belongs to them. Right? Okay, I move on. I have also created a management program called CIPCO, which stands for Creative and Innovative Practicing Company. So what happened was, Malaysia, we have been losing out to Vietnam and Thailand and China because the production over there is cheaper. So most of the Malaysian company who has got 100 staff, 200 staff, some even have 300 staff, they cannot survive. They cannot survive. So one day MPC came to me, MPC is Malaysian Productivity Corporation. They say, Mr. Bucks, we heard so much about you. Can you help us, to design something, to help this company? So he was talking to me half an hour, I think. Half an hour, almost 45 minutes. Then finally he said, hey, you got to save my life. When he said, you got to save my life, then I know something serious already. So then I went to listen to him a few more times. Then after listening to him, then I designed this SIPCO whereby it promotes a thinking culture among the staff. That means every staff will able to contribute idea, right? So I've got the form here. Yeah, it's something like that. It's a form whereby, all the staff, no matter whether he's a delivery boy or he's a salesman or he's a finance accountant, there's always something to improve in the company. Betul tak? Yeah. So I have got another category. There's always some business that the company can make or can do, can create. So this is how I harvest the idea. And I've done many companies and I was very successful. I've done Hotel Singasana. They have got about 114 ideas, I've done George Street, 146 ideas, although the earning of 80 staff in KL. I've done the bus terminal, Pewaja. Pewaja Steel is a big one. Pewaja Steel has got 1,800 workers. And they got so much ideas. One of the ideas is to recycle the nitrogen gas. And by doing so, it can save the factory $6 million. Wow. So this program is actually very, very effective. At first, the boss says, okay, we give first prize. We give first prize $3,000 US. But the program became so successful, second prize also get money, third prize also get money, and then the rest, all consolation prize, get a Samsung tablet. Yes, so they are very, very, very happy with this program. Next year, they want to have it, right? And now Sunway is approaching me. They also are looking at it. And also British American Tobacco, also they are approaching me to apply this SIPCO in their company. This is the ISKETCH form I spoke about. And I use a very simple methodology called OSNAC. OSNAC is how we can give birth to new idea. So what OSNAC means is first you observe. You observe what are the problems, observe what are the hindrances, what are the opportunity. So this is why this is how we start off. Then you sketch. Because when you understand the problem and you have thought of an idea, then you sketch it out. If it's a product, it's very easy. You sketch out a new microphone, a new cup, a new notebook, or whatever it is. It's easy to sketch out. But if it's a process also can sketch out. You sketch out the old process, then you sketch out your new process. So instead of, say, 10 steps to do invoicing, you came out in 6 steps, because you know how to do it. So that also you can sketch it out, right? Then the third one is a new feature. What's so good about your new idea, right? You explain to us. Then the fourth one is advantage to the user. Now, when we invent things, there must always advantage to the user. If the user doesn't want to use it, then again it becomes shock scenery. You got it? You must think as a user yourself. By being a user yourself, and you think it's good, and the user says it's good, like what you say, and then you got a customer, right? So it's very important. And the last one is commercial impact. Commercial impact, whatever you do, whether you are trying to improve your production or trying to cut wastage, there's always a measurement, right? Or let's say even the movement, motion, the number of steps taken from here to there. If you can reduce the number of steps in the assembly plant, that also can be counted, in dollar and cent, right? So this is the commercial impact. So normally I ask the people to look at 1 year. What is the advantage? What is the commercial impact? Including if you are coming out with a new business, how much money can you make over the 1 year? So this is how it comes. This is how it works. I've got a hard copy. I also got a soft copy. So for certain company at jobstreet.com, their average age is only 26 years old. Dia tak nak pakai hard copy, they go for soft copy. Right? So it's very easy to use. The other things I have is animation. This is some of the project I'm doing now. I have actually completed 2. And this is some of the books which I'll be writing with the ISI Institute, Sultan Iskandar. Anyone here from Sultan Iskandar? ISI? No one, huh? So I have written 3 books with ISI, and hopefully ISI will publish the book in January. They are telling me it should be published in January. And there's one book I'm writing with CSI, Center for Student Innovation. So I'm coming out with 4 books, and UTM is the publisher. And this is another book for children. I brought one here today. All right. Even children, in fact, I spend more time with children than adults. because I believe children has the biggest capacity of imagination.